Hello, my name's Pete Gamble. That's me. And this is my company. And this is a occasional series of whip maintenance videos. People keep asking me to do, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Anyway, we're going to start with the simple stuff to start with, and see if you like them, basically, and whether or not I'm irritating people to death, in which case, no problem at all. Right, first one, we're going to actually replace the cracker off a whip. This is a nylon whip, made by a company called Whips and Whatnots. It's a long-handled target whip that I got from Alan Winrich, which I'm very grateful for, because it was one of the first long-handled nylon ones I did, and it's beautifully made and cracks very nicely, but as you can see, in need of a new cracker. So first thing you need is a sharp knife. You can use a scalpel, but most proprietary knives work very well as well. Good quality knife, used wisely, can do everything you need on a whip itself, but it has to be sharp. And if it's not sharp, one tip I found, this is a chantry, very old-fashioned knife sharpener, old kitchen one I picked up, made in Sheffield. It's got two very fine little roller blades in there, and simply two strokes with one of those things on a fairly decent edge to start with will cut most things. So, good sharp knife. You need to cut the cracker, the old cracker, off the fall itself, and you'll see there is a fine white, do you see that there? Just there. There it is. That's the bit you want to cut, but you want to cut that and not the fall itself. Hence a sharp knife, a steady hand, and a bit of luck. And if you very gently run the blade across the top of the cracker on that little loop, it will cut it. And fortunately we haven't managed to cut the actual fall itself. Check the condition of the fall, make sure that it's in good condition. If it's not, trim it off now. And this altogether is not too bad. Generally you find the end will need resealing one way or the other, so I'll just quick demonstrate that. We'll just trim the end off. Cutting board, fantastic. Lovely thing to have. Buy it in Biology, not one of these arts and crafts places. Cheap as chips and work just as well. You need a source of heat. A good old-fashioned gas lighter works very well. Warm the end. You're trying to melt it. Now, this material doesn't actually melt particularly well, so I suspect the fall is a polyester mix rather than the traditional nylon, but it will, with a bit of care, melt and end up with a bit of a bubble. Watch the end of the finger, because that's rather warm and it can burn you. So there you are, there's the fall ready to receive a new cracker. Select a suitable cracker, and these are ones I've made from Dyneema. My thanks to James Hewitt and Scorpion Whips for that tip. They have been absolutely outstanding. The beauty about these is they don't over tighten when you twist them, and if you've ever tried to put a cracker on a whip where the loop just won't open up as easily as that, and it really is that easy, you understand these are a great advantage. Right, fall, cracker, fall. You've got to get the cracker onto the fall, and the knot has got to be secure enough that that cracker does not come off. The end is going to be going over 768 miles an hour, nearly 1,000 miles an hour in some circumstances, and certainly even more than that. So what type of knot do you use? An incredibly simple one. Imagine that's a rabbit hole, okay? This is a snake, and it wants to eat a rabbit that's in the hole. Take the snake, run it across the front of the rabbit hole. It has a sneaky look inside the rabbit hole itself, and it thinks, oh, there's a rabbit in there, I quite fancy one of those, we're going to go and get it, but I'm a sneaky snake. So it goes in front, around the back, and sticks its head in the hole. Doesn't have to stick it very far, just enough, about there. What's that? That's, well, just about an eighth. And then gently pull the cracker. And the cracker will then attempt to pull the fall through the loop that you've made. It's not a constrictor. It's how to describe it. It's a loop and a hole, and you pull it and it wedges itself in. There you are. It's a wedgie knot. Fantastic. And there is the cracker actually on the fall itself. Give it a couple of light cracks outside, like, safety, blah blah blah. That will set the knot itself, because if it's going to come off, it will do in the first couple of times that you crack it. But after the first couple of set cracks, it's going to be on there for life, and this stuff lasts and lasts and lasts. Anyway, there you are, putting a cracker on a fall. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. My name's Pete Campbell. My company's called A Handful of Hats.